This podcast is sponsored by Darling Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Darling Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop darlingeyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new episode of the Lee Life Experience Podcast. You have Angie and Demetrius here, and we will be your hosts for this evening. We want to go ahead and tell you thank you, those of you who have been rocking with us, or if you're new here, I want to say, hey, how you doing? Welcome, and don't be afraid to tell a friend about the Lee Life Experience Podcast. And if you are new to us and you want to get your topics heard, or if you want to be a guest, don't hesitate to text us at 833-370-1608. Put relationships without a S in the comments. So again, Demetrius, how you doing today?
Don't just love a honey bunch. How about yourself?
Wonderful.
Yeah, honey bunch. I want to ask everybody who watches on YouTube, listen to it. Hey, share, subscribe, please like. Pass it to your friends and this information. Share and share. Like I say, share and subscribe and like. Appreciate it. That's all I want to tell them.
All right, Demetrius, where we going today?
So you're gonna talk about your boy, my boy, Deion, and last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever, a week and a half ago. What kind of I want to say?
Yeah,
Marco?
so we're gonna do a reaction. We're gonna do a reaction to Deion, better known as Prime Time, Coach Prime to me and to many others down in Colorado, coaching those Buffaloes. So Demetrius, let's talk a little bit about the situation before we show a clip. And I'm sure if you've been living under a rock, we're just gonna show you a clip of it so you can tell us, create some dialogue. Let us know what your opinion of the situation. You all right, Demetrius? You want to share?
Yes, ma'am. I can. I sure can. Honey bunch. Honey bunch. I ain't got the technology. There we go. There you go, honey bunch.
Okay. So as you see, they doing a senior walk with their son, Shiloh and Shador, the quarterback in the 2 and 21. And Deion sees a familiar face in you all. And there go his wife, and look how quick he jetted. That clip has went viral, Demetrius. That clip alone has went viral. Just of them. The mom came, Deion scattered. They were like, Deion don't have 8 toes, but hey, he still can cut her out. Okay, Demetrius, you can start sharing.
All right,
I just
then.
I just wanted people to get a visual. So what do you say about that senior walk being, interrupted kind of? So what's your opinion of it?
I don't know about the case like you know a lot about it when they got divorced and stuff, but I can tell you one thing. He don't care for that woman. He don't care too much for. I don't think he was bad on that, but he don't want to be in her prison. She did some foul stuff, in his mind, and he don't like it. So the best thing to him, he don't want to be around her. He don't be in the same room with her. He keep peace. He just trying to keep peace. Sometimes relationship, man, y'all women, men too. Now I ain't just putting on women. Y'all different thing can scar a relationship real bad. And a lot of people can't get over it. They can't never forget about it, let it go. Evidently, he ain't ready to let it go. He ain't gonna let it go right now. That's what I see going on. I know we get deep into it a little more, but I know you know a little bit about it. Share your point of view on it. What you say, like,
No, I just want to give a little context to those of you who might not know, but Deion that was his second wife. That's the wife that birthed him. The two of them birthed Shiloh, Shador. Well, Shador is the baby, and no, and then they got Bossy, which is a little sister, a younger sister, that's over playing for HBCU. Yeah. Make sure I'm getting it right. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm getting it right. But I just want to be able to highlight that when you share children, and Demetrius, you and I know a little something about that, and I know it can be a toxic situation, and unfortunately, Pilor, which is her name. She's a very pretty woman, Demetrius. I met her and I did get a picture when I was in Colorado for the game. Very pretty, still a very attractive, woman. And I'm sure that, they was married, Demetrius, for 15 years, from 98 to 2013. From 20,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. So whatever happened, I can tell that it was a very bitter divorce. She made accusations, and it says during my search that he got a defamation character, a lawsuit against her. To she defined his name because she said that he had did some allegations of abuse on her, and luckily in this insinuated part here that he had cameras in the house, I guess, to protect him from that part. So that's how he was able to get custody of the children.
Oh, she didn't know you had cameras in there.
I'm not sure on that part. That's why I'm saying the allegedly part on that part. But everything else is a Google search, so everybody, you can go and look and read it for yourself. But that is the reason why probably the tension is still there. Dimitri, you took so much to bring down. And when things are going left, and I'm sure women that if you are going or dating and are married a high profile man. So Demetrius, give us a little feedback. Like how you think prime time felt, you this big star and then your wife.
How you feel, baby? You remember the high profile man too now.
No, I don't think
I,
so. Well, let me take that back. Not to Deion's caliber though. Not to the athlete
damn, you need
caliber.
to throw your whole scrap on the butt, don't you, baby? Ask me that question again. You gonna cut me out the
You know,
box?
Dion is. Listen, you all. Dion is my favorite coach. How about that? I don't want to say nothing to because people take my words and like Demetrius, you don't run your house. Demetrius do. He lead us very well, but I have to make sure that I honor my king because he is. But Demetrius, going back to what you were saying, I was just asking a question because it's easy for us as women. We are the ones who birthing these children. We having it, and when relationships go left, and I think you and we don't know about it from their scale of being high profile, but Demetrius, the scrutiny, can you imagine how Deion felt? He's this high profile football player doing so amazing on the field, but off the field, you can't even do well with balancing your marriage. So, can you talk about what you think he was going through and, when she made these accusations against him?
I'm gonna go on my experience. I can't go like I say. I wasn't there when he did his. I ain't in that house, so I can't really say. But I can tell you what I get from that. That I was say I was in that situation. It seemed like when he acting like she came at him. She tried to run the house. Then she tried to run it, and really she couldn't run it because he the man. He controlled the house, but she wanted to run it. And then when she lost control, thought she lost control, she started making them allegations you saying. So kind of like she didn't want to. He probably the popular man now. You got to realize everybody on that man. She probably got jealous. Everybody flocking over him. You know, but that's what the man do. That's his job. He just out there like that. Not because I ain't say he was doing that, but I don't think she can handle the pressure. That's what I'm thinking. A lot of women ain't built for that kind of lifestyle. Kind of like you with me. It's kind of a lot of pressure me. You go out. People be hollering at me, looking at me, them women. But you do pretty good with it, baby. You don't get jealous.
I really think it's hold on 1 minute. Excuse me, sir. The church walk.
Okay,
Excuse
go
me.
ahead.
I really think it's the other way around because you didn't realize that I was as popular as I was because I was blogging and everywhere I was going, and even though people were noticing me or vice versa when I would notice somebody else, I think it was a little intimidation, Demetrius. You got jealous of me.
I ain't get intimidated. That what happened. That would have happened. Her name Pillow. What name is?
Palor.
For Laura, I believe that what happened. She just got in there. The house got regular, man. You got kids. She probably started using the kids against him as a weapon, stuff like that. Like, cause them boy, him and that son, well, the older son, they had a little problem. She probably, turned the boy against him.
Mhm.
Told, she did everything to make his life a living hell. That's what I think. Some women take the kids and use them as a weapon to
Yes.
get back at because they know the father, he love his kid, girls or boy, he love them. So you take what he loved and use it against him. You put his kids in bad position because you know he ain't gonna like that. But you ain't thinking about it as you as a mama. Now I ain't saying it's hell. I'm just saying I've been in a situation like that, and it make me feel like something like that to make you get that mad. She say, as you say, He put his hand on it. He said, "Hey, that'll make me mad too, man. I'll be disgusted with you. You trying to kill my character because you mad at me about something that we can get over. We can be friends and move on." I don't mean she wanted like that. She didn't want to move on like that. She wanted to dismember him. That's what she's trying to do, to take him out.
And I'm gonna go a little bit further, Demetrius, and because like I said, the younger daughter, that situation that happened with Deion, probably whatever the years ago it's been, I think he probably could have came on mutual agreements because this is his child mother, and because he is such a Christian man, and he talk about God religiously. I think they had to come to some mutual agreements because that is the mother of their child, but they can't stay up under the same, be cordial. And even with the daughter, the daughter was at Colorado too before she left to go to, I think it's Alabama. Before that happened, Pelora got on, made a video again, was saying something like, making allegations that Deion only loaded the boys and not the girls, and so
See
kind
now?
of put a little reft in it. So I feel, and this just as a mama and as a woman, that when you are not happy with the decision that you had made in life, we can do things wrong, ladies. We can do things wrong, and about holding ourselves accountable. That when maybe you did the best that you could or what you thought was good for you at that time, but when you look back on it, you needed to have made it your wrong right. You had to correct it. You have children and your children love you. That's the reason why at the beginning of that video, Shiloh said it's like World War III in my mama and my dad. But the kids wanted both of their parents there. They wanted both of their parents there. And I think that for me, that we could have sucked it up, Demetrius, for that senior walk for our children. For our children. But again, meeting them halfway, if they, since they can't seem to be cordial, then that was the best way to do it. Let her meet halfway on the field, because it would be just like if you had, our son, and me and you was just so traumatic that we could not be cordial, then that would be the best way in order to have both of your parents there. That would be the only way to do it.
Yeah, and you can tell when he took off running like that, he disgusted with her.
Yeah.
I am. I mean, I've been mad at people, discuss with people. I can let it go.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, he ain't letting that thing go no time soon. Best thing she probably can do is give him a call and really apologize to him and be sincere with it.
Nah, I think, like I said, I think she messed up when she, interfered with him and Boss's relationship, and did that. So again, putting doubts, because as girls, we are very emotional, and putting her anger, her bitterness.
But what did I
onto
say
the
earlier to
daughter.
your point? I said women take the kid and use them as a weapon.
Yeah.
And she took that little girl and did that. See,
Yeah.
man, you can't do that in a relationship. You got kids. You shouldn't. A man, it's very rare a man do that. I very rare. I had a man talk junk about his old lady stuff to men. I very rare I see a man go by his son throwing his mama on the bus. But I heard plenty of women throw the dad on the bus. See, that got to stop. You can't be doing that. And then that's what gonna happen. Now, I ain't know about the girl part. You told me that part. I ain't know that. Oh yeah, I've been hot too. But see, everybody ain't been the same. I might let it go. Maybe a couple months. He ride on to that thing, man. He ain't letting it go.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you a question. Go ahead. I don't want to know for the men listening to the podcast and women. I want to know from your point of view, your thinking. You've been through a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Why do y'all women do that? Take the kids, use the kids as a weapon, try to get back at the man. Man, you putting your kids in. Hold on, getting your kids in jeopardy. You could get them hurt. The kid be traumatized by that. They going through stuff like that. They ain't got their mom and daddy. A man trying to calm it down, y'all make it worse. I want to know why.
Well, the only thing that I'm gonna, say, on that particular note.
Talk for y'all women. Talk for them.
Yeah, well, the only thing that I'm gonna say for that particular thing is, when you are emotional, that's the only word I have at this big age that I am.
Yeah.
When you look at things, and Demetrius, you have a way, and you so bitter, you so angry, you, you look at things and you want to point the finger at why your life the way it is. That if the marriage had came to an end for whatever reason, now I don't know the reason for the divorce, but if you knew that, Demetrius, that your livelihood was gonna stop, the thing is, as a benefit now, you had 3 children. So I'm sure Coach Prime wasn't gonna let you drown. He was still gonna make sure you was okay.
No, he get walk. He can't go down. You go down. He can't. You
Exactly.
gotta,
So that's what I'm saying. So I can't see and I can't rationalize a lifestyle for her. But when you look at it like, hey, okay, he's cheated or he ran, and which Deion talked about that. He held himself accountable. He talked about that he, even when he was faced right there with life, want to commit suicide. He said, I had everything. I had women, everything tangible he could have. He had it, Demetrius. But he lost it all mentally. He couldn't get enough. The only thing he felt like he failed as a father. So, Demetrius, can you imagine when you in a marriage, this your second marriage that failed? You already got 2 children by the first wife. Now you got 3 children and you can't seem to get it right. And now your son who's acting out in rebellion because a boy love his mama. A boy gonna love his mama.
but the mama corrupted that boy. I went down,
I'm
I
not
made some money.
exactly.
She,
I'm not saying that she didn't. I'm just saying that can you imagine how he felt when he trying to love his son and his son is rebellious against him because the son is being brainwashed or
yeah.
manipulated off the truth or
Why?
um
I wonder
from
why
the
y'all do that.
from the mama.
No, why women do that? Why y'all do kids
I
like that?
don't
Tell me
know.
why.
Again, I keep trying to tell you, and for some reason you be looking for a special answer. Ask your mama. That's what you do. Go ask your mama. Ask your
I'm
mama.
at, I'm at my son, mama.
No,
Uh, keep it
a-
real.
ask your own mama.
What you keep my mama name in my out your mouth. I'm gonna tell you about
Ask
that.
about your own mama. Don't ask me.
Y'all hell now. See, y'all men, you just get touchy because she want you know what to get touchy because she wanted them women. She did that for. But I'm gonna tell you something. I know about y'all women is that too when y'all break with a man. That man going on his life. He happy. And just burn y'all up. Y'all with him, but y'all ain't happy. So you try to make the man's life a living hell. Cause you know why you happy? You can't. She ain't gonna find a man on that level no more. She never will.
Hmm.
She might find me now. But yeah, man, not me. A man in my status. But she ain't meant to find no man that level no more. Them days gone. That cool. So she bitter about it. Still bitter.
Well, let me tell you something. Is it time for a break?
You
It's
got
time for because I
you got about 10 more minutes. No, 5 more minutes. Unless you want to go and break it down. You can't you want
yeah,
to.
yeah. We're gonna break it and we will resume this conversation. This is the Lee Life Experience Podcast. We're back. This is the Lee Life Experience Podcast. And if you are just tuning in, let us bring you up with what's going on. So I want to be able to tell you, we were doing a reaction from Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, about his senior walk with their son. And when the mom came, everybody talked about how quick Coach Prime jetted. Now I did read some comments, and in the comments, some said that he had to rush because he had to walk Jimmy Horn out, because he does step in the gaps, for his father because his father is incarcerated. So it's a lot of controversy on that, but we have to wait till Coach Prime come out and like address it himself, in which he's not because he hasn't said anything yet. So, if you have seen it, saw the clip again, many people ask, can you co-parent in a cordial manner that even if it ended bitterly, can you go ahead and be in the same place as your child's father or husband? I mean, men, it could be, can you be in the same place with your child mother? If you and her had a toxic, bad ending, can you do it? Can you put on a good face in front of your child?
Hell yeah, I can do it. I'm gonna do it plenty of time.
Oh, you can?
Hey, I had to look. Hey, I got 2 babies, 2
Mhm.
different women, and
Yeah.
sometimes they didn't like me, but I came in place. I put on a good look. I smile, but really I
Mhm.
wasn't mad. I never was mad at you, baby mama, because I know who I am.
Mhm.
Y'all tried to stop me, but you can't stop a man like me. I got confidence in myself, so I never got mad at you, baby. I took
Yeah.
that, let you did your thing. Think about it. You came to my house one time with your boyfriend for Christmas. Bring my son this gift.
Mhm.
You remember that?
Mhm.
I didn't say one word.
Mhm.
Call him a man. A lot
Yeah.
of men come did that. Oh hell no! You ain't come over here. All that showing you still got angry and hurt. I had moved on. My heart had moved on. My brain had moved, so it don't bother me. So that's what I'm saying. That thing with prime time in his ex-wife. Now she might have moved on now, but at the time he's so bitter, she wouldn't have moved on because she's trying to destroy that man's career.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You know, you get so mad at somebody, you do anything. I don't never want to get that mad at nobody. I just put my guard down, just do anything, just say anything to somebody, try to hurt somebody to make me feel. You ain't gonna make yourself feel better. You think you gonna feel better.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that come from. That's why that boy, what that boy did uh other week, New York killed that man. The United Health Care, that dude. He was so
Yeah.
mad and upset. He lost his cool and went on. Now he's done for the rest of his life. That's the same thing in a relationship. That girl gonna think that's stuff the prime, and she damaged the relationship, and she need that relationship for her kid. And I hate it like that. I hope he forgive her. I'm not agreeing with him being mad like that. And he probably say, "Man, you know what I went through. You start my business. The woman did you like? Yeah, I might would, but he don't know me. I'll get over it. I know life too short. I read the Bible, I can tell he read the Bible too. Just let it go, man. God gonna deal with you, whoever. He'll deal with them. Whoever do the bad, evil stuff, he will deal with them. Don't
I
you
don't.
deal with them. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I don't think. To me personally, I don't think that it was like bad blood because I don't. I have never heard him say anything, insinuate anything.
That's his
He
baby
done kept it
mama. I told you, men don't
exactly.
do that. Men don't do that. Y'all do. Men don't do that.
So I'm just only saying that when you drag or go along with it, sometimes I'm saying this in the betterment of a relationship, and this is only because I have matured. You brought up that when I came out there with a guy that I was dating in order to have Christmas with my son, with
That's right.
our son. Um, yeah, when you have moved on and it's no longer that, because at that time I felt like that was my partner. You already was with your partner, and our child was what was important, and he wanted that. Our child needed to see both of us being happy with the current people that we were with and moving on in order to be cordial. One thing I can say about the whole ordeal of when we was divorced, that the divorce was ugly. It was ugly. And I seen how quick love can turn to hate. But then I also that even over the years, I seen some immaturity on my part because when you look back at it, even though you might be the reason why the divorces or everything that's happened, you have to be able to mature in being able to forgive. And after being able to forgive, because at the end of the day, our child is what matters. Kids do internalize divorces. And I'm saying it because even when Demetrius Jr. was younger, he used to say, such and such can be my daddy, such and such can be my daddy. Any man that he seen, because he knew that's the dynamic of a family. And he knew that.
Why would he say that? Why you correct? Hold on, boy. You got a daddy. Why did you
Now
correct him?
I know he was more or less want a family because he seen family. That's what he wanted. He wasn't saying it because he didn't know his daddy. He was just saying that, hey, mama, you can this can be my daddy, and that just what. And he was like 3 or 4 years old, so his mindset was on a family because that's what he was birthed into, a 2-parent home. He was birthed with me and his daddy. So that's quite naturally he was going. But when things don't work out and panned out the way that kids would want them to, I'm saying as adults, everybody, Demetrius, don't have a situation like ours. Everything don't come out where everybody say come by y'all and everybody smiling. Not everybody. Everybody's not sitting up on the one roof for Thanksgiving, for the holidays, for birthday party. They're not doing it because it's so hard, it's so challenging. I'm just only encouraging people when they listen to this podcast and you are in the situation, ask yourself, are you doing it for the child? Did this man beat you, jump on you, and took this made things so impossible for you that you can still forgive that. I'm not saying forget it, Demetrius. I'm saying that on the betterment of trying to co-parent, can you and that person do what's in the best for that child. Y'all don't have to be together. Y'all don't have, I mean, it still ought to be a cordial. You don't turn the child against the mom or the
But you
daddy.
take two though, you know, don't you?
Yes.
So one person trying to do for the best of the child, but the other one
No,
got
that
ego and intent. You can take two now.
that's what I just said. I'm not talking and speaking of just one person. I'm saying if
Oh,
anybody who listens to him, the father or the mother or both,
tell them both and take two of them.
how
Go ahead.
can you all come to a happy medium, meet in the middle, and put down your hurt? If you are still alive, Demetrius, God has given you an opportunity that I know what they're gonna call in and say. I know what they're gonna write in and say. Oh, Andrew, but you don't understand. He hurt me. He drugged me. He cheated with such and such. He cheated with this person. She cheated with this person. They broke my character down. But if you still have a life, Demetrius, and God has given you an opportunity to look past, to move past it. A lot of us are hurting and still in those shambles, Demetrius, and things that happened years and years and years ago. We still stuck there. You have to get to a point where you saying, "Hey, where am I? I can't, Demetrius, keep giving my power away to you and say, "Oh, Demetrius, it's because of what you did. You didn't let me go to school. You know, you the reason why I'm still on this job, working a lower paying job. Demetrius, it's not your fault. You not stopping me from
So what
making
you saying there? What you saying? Who fault is it?
the person in the mirror. You got to be.
Yeah, there you
Hold
go.
on.
Oh, yeah.
The situation, Demetrius, yes. And I'm just giving an example. If the situation had caused Pilor or whomever, and y'all are right here at this current space, what can you say? What part of your life you're not happy with? Whatever you're not happy with, Demetrius, you change it. I'm gonna tell you what my prayer partner told me. Me and him was on the phone, and he said, "Prayer partner, I'm gonna leave you with these words. Do something about it." He said, "That's all I'm gonna say to you. It's no need you complaining. If you don't like weight, do something about it. If you don't like staying in an apartment, do something about it." He said, "Whatever you're gonna say to me, Angie, do something about it. No need talking." And when he said that, of course I ain't want to hear that. I'm thinking like, you my prayer partner. But he was right. He couldn't. It's no need for me complaining. It's no need
Right.
for me to keep reliving. And he also said, "You remember when I had you going to the gym? You was going to the gym. That was back in 2016. You was going to the gym. You was doing this and you was doing that." Demetrius, I could have stayed right there and like, yeah, I do remember. It's 2024. And here I am still talking about something. 8 years later, I'm just only saying, Demetrius, some of us are stuck because our mind is locked there, not because
But you blaming somebody else for what you said.
bingo, bingo.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that's the point. That's the point that I want. When people listen to this, I want them to walk away with, cut this off, driving on their commute home. I want this to be a podcast that they listen and they say, you know what? Angie and Demetrius, I might not agree with everything that they say, but it do probe a thought. Let me think about the reason why I'm mad at my mom. Let me think about the reason why I'm mad at my dad.
Why you hate
Um,
your ex-husband? Why you hate your ex-wife?
yeah. Why?
Why? Why?
What's the reason why I'm mad at my kids? You know why? What's the reason why I'm mad at my best friend? What is the reason? And if I can't come to a very concrete thing, and if I felt they betrayed my hurt so bad, is it too bad for me to forgive them? Because I want my spot in heaven, Demetrius. Is it too bad that I can forgive them? And I know if it is, then I got to go to God about it. And I'm like, God, you're going to have to help me because when I see Susie, I have bad thoughts. When I see Jeffrey, I have bad thoughts, bad intent. My vibe is different. Or if I just lost my job and I'm thinking like, I'm mad at that person. But I want you to think about, what have you been praying for God to do? And maybe you done missed some signs, and it's not always everybody else's fault, Demetrius. If you done went to a second job, a third job, a fourth job, and it's still ending in something wrong with you, and you keep blaming the other person, check your attitude. Check yourself and say, do I need to humble myself? Do I need to watch my mouth? Do I need to hold my tongue? What is it that I really truly want to do? So Demetrius, I'm just saying, I'm saying all that for people to look at and listen at this podcast.
What you saying? Telling people look at themselves. That's all you saying.
Yes,
For
but that's
you,
what I'm saying for Pilar. Even though I'm not saying whether all, like I said, I can't really even, I can't really root for her, Demetrius, because she just did it again with Bossy. With her leaving Colorado and putting that narrative out there. So I really can't. And thank you for the picture, Pilar. I appreciate you, chit chatting. But I have to be honest with my perception of it. What happened with you and Deion so many years ago, I can, y'all were young and the situation was the situation. But when you still carrying that same luggage and it's 2024, then I have to be able to look at you and say why. Why do you feel like you still able to use something to hurt him, use the kids as a weapon to say, hey, you know what? To me, it's like you pushing buttons and you let him know I'm still in control. You don't tell me. You got the children. I'm gonna show you. I'm still gonna do this, and that's
why?
what I feel like.
That's why the question is why she doing that, and I can tell you why.
Why?
She mad at herself
Yeah.
about something, but
Hmm.
she blaming him for it.
Blame him.
Okay, now his fault. I'm in the shipping am. I ain't got the money I used to have. I ain't got the publicity. It's some wherever going on life, it's his fault. I'm gonna get him back. Take the kid then.
Hmm.
She probably say, I gave you them 3 kids. Now my kids blowing up like you did, so I carried them kids.
Hmm.
But both of them did a good job with the kid, but she trying to destroy the relationship. She can't do that. She gonna make the kid just like her.
Hmm.
Cause I'm telling you, he ain't talking about that woman to his kid. He might call one of his buddies, that ML. But a man just ain't a real man. I've been around a bunch of men. They don't drag their baby mama to their kid now. They drag it to me and the boy or other grown ass women. Well, their kid, because they know they love their mama. Boys love their mama. So I'm not gonna drag my son, drag his mama in front of him. I wouldn't do that. I ain't gonna do that. Is that what she gonna do? What you were saying earlier, when you mad at somebody, you hate somebody, this person gonna go on about their life, forgot about you. And you sit around hating, they happy,
Hmm.
enjoying life,
Hmm.
and you sit around making a fool of yourself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Only way you gonna be happy again, you got to forgive and let go. And whatever you mad about, blame yourself. It ain't their fault.
Hmm.
Once you blame yourself, then you realize I'm in control of my happiness.
Yeah.
Then you can be happy again. You can't be happy when you blaming somebody else for your life. But it ain't gonna work like that, honey bun.
Hmm.
And I believe that woman gonna do some bad stuff. Or you say, you say he beat on and all that. Shit, man, that been a bad. Then you play my daughter too. Now yeah, you play my daughter. I guess he probably saying every time I let the stuff go, she comes with new stuff. So I can see why he mad like that. But I wouldn't get mad at him. He might be mad at him. It might be this something you say he just something happened in the game. He took off running, but I wouldn't be mad at him. I let it go because she been spoiled my happy regard. I'm gonna live and be happy, and I ain't been walking around thinking about what she got going on, mad at me. I'm let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a bunch. How you do it?
Yeah. I think when two parents get together and we men's can be petty too, so I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
deciding only with the women and not realizing that men have a certain pettiness that comes with them because I have a coworker and she was expressing to me, about how the kids, they have to share. They live in two different states, and he come down and he have a way. And she said that our daughter would rather not have a relationship with them. And it's a set of twins. It's a girl and a boy.
yeah.
And with the boy, if you get around the dad instantly tear him down. And Demetrius, before you see your child like that, you'll just rather for that person not to be around because it's ugly and it's nasty. And As a
What you
mom,
say?
you
You said
want
the dad had beating down, tearing down who?
tearing down the child. Have a way to, that when he get around the child, he, talk about the mom and, just
Yeah, I said I ain't
find a
know. I
way,
said,
find
yeah.
a way to find a way to make her, make it relevant.
Hey, miserable.
Yeah, exactly. Because, she said that, she helped them. They had a business. She said they did, up in the millions. And she said, when they left, she said she was brought up, you stick by your husband. And she said she stayed and stayed until she could no longer, stay because it was suffocating her. And at that time, she finally found a way out. And she did. And she said, and since she did that, at first, it broke her down, tore her self esteem down. And she's such a hard worker, such a hard worker. And she's a nurse, such a hard worker. So I'm just saying, Demetrius, it can happen in any lifestyle. It don't always come from poverty. When I was volunteering at a women's shelter, Demetrius, you ought to seen the women that came through there. They wasn't people who you think abuse came from. And let me make this clear. Abuse is just not always physical, you all. Verbal abuse is a thing. Psychological
Yeah.
abuse is a thing. That a man can, one man or woman can make you feel like you just incapable of doing anything without them. Don't believe the hype. And because of that, Demetrius, I had this lady, and this was a patient. She was so pretty, beautiful lady, long black hair. I don't even know what her nationality is. It wasn't Caucasian, but you know, I want to say European, but I don't remember. But Demetrius, she didn't even know how to take a selfie on the phone. And I'm thinking like, how in the world? Dimitri, we take even little children, our G babies can do selfies on the phone, but
Yeah.
this lady could not do selfies on the phone, Demetrius. This man was so in control of her. Demetrius, he had got her lips injected, he got her boobs injected. She ain't had no little hips back there. But she was just this, he picked out her clothes. So Demetrius, I'm just saying it's some real life traumatic women who stuck right now that don't have
Yeah.
no identity.
You know where that come from?
Nope.
If you say ain't got no identity and they count on a man, depending on a damn man to take care of 'em.
Yeah.
And when he say go, and
It's
you remember
true.
that.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
wait a minute, I know it's true because I'm telling you, she did not know how to take a selfie on the phone, and I don't know if it that he just didn't allow her, the phone, but because she was in the hospital, she kept her, he allowed her to, to keep her phone. And so when me and her was in there by herself and she was asking me, she wanted to show me something. And she said, but I don't know how to get to it. And and I'm looking at her, I'm thinking she kidding. And then she said no. And then I said, oh well, I said, well, you could take I said we could take a selfie. That's what I told her. And she busted out laughing. She said, how you do that? And I said, well, how do you, I said, you don't take any pictures at home? She said, no. She said he get a photographer to come and take our pictures. So Demetrius, I know they was wealthy. Like I said,
yeah.
I can, she had a Birkin bag and everything. So she was wealthy. So this man was, but again, Demetrius, when you have money and access, some of us women will minimize it for the access, unfortunately. And I know it might, to sound to some, but I had a lady in Funky Deneva, those are Funky Deneva, he even said it. He said it's two ways that, from blacks versus non-black people. When black people are encouraged to go to college, they encouraged to get them a good job, go to college for a good job. He said non-black people, they're not encouraged to go to get a good job. They go and encouraged to get them, a career, but they going to marry up to be able to link up with somebody, whether they helping them with their homework or being able to go to school. And that's why you see more doctors marrying doctors, or somebody in that high field, or doctors marrying lawyers, because they was taught. And I see, it seemed to be true to me, because I have seen that, um my medical director, he married to a lawyer. I mean, he's married to a doctor. Another one of the doctors, they married to a lawyer, and they lawyer that lady don't practice.
What you saying? Both of them good on each end.
Yeah, they. I mean, that's what they moms have encouraged them to marry up, but have something to fall back on in case that marrying up don't work.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that other people have taught them, hey, you go. You know, look at some of the football players. Majority of them, Demetri, they don't get a black woman. Why do you think that?
I ain't gonna say right now. I'll say it for another. I'll say it for
Okay.
another
Well,
podcast.
I'm just only saying the difference between those of us of black, not all, but majority, we were taught, you know, put ourselves through the ring because mama, big mama, and the women in the family done taught us that, you know, you want to do for yourself. I told you, my mom said, Angie, I never want you in saying to depend on a man. Whereas the other side have told them, you going to school, but I want you to be looking for and put in the vicinity so you can get that. You go for the architect. You go for the doctors. You go for the lawyers. You go for that. You help them with homework. You go for the nerds. Because the nerds are the one going to be owning who these flashy people, they're going to be working for the nerd. And Demetrius, I'm telling you, if you look at statistics now, who do you think owning the company? The guy with the big glasses on that we done consider the nerd.
Oh yeah, nerd hell.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
finished with my rant.
No, you all right. I would say that again. Pilar.
Pilar.
I said it right. Pilar. Yeah, Pilar. That woman had it made. I can tell you that right now. And she built it by that. All that's gone, you know. But I bet you, when her sons get the pro, you how happy
Mm-hmm.
she gonna be. Cause they're gonna show that mother that mama. They're gonna bring her back. You watch. She gonna be the happy woman you ever seen in your life. She gonna be out on podcast show talking. Cause she'll be back. That's what I'm telling you. You what now? When I tell you now, you what? It be see 2025, 2026, 2025 toward the end of the year. By the time next year, she'll be out on the podcast.
Why?
Cause she'll be happy. The boy
Why?
gonna take care of it. She gonna have money again.
Yeah, yeah. Until they get a woman,
Yeah.
and especially if the woman be, disrespect, rest in peace.
Oh, that boy, okay, they gonna take care of that woman. We got boy, woman got two boys. They gonna take care of that woman.
Yeah, but
And
listen, I Cam Newton talked about, was talking about the guy Lamar bragging
uh,
about his mama.
yeah, mama, yeah, she's an agent.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
is Asian. That's right.
yeah.
And on in the comment, when he was doing his I guess media talk or whatever at the end, and he said, "Yeah, my mom told me that I should have did better, what I need to improve on." And the clip was talking about how he appreciate his mama still is a big influential part of his life.
Wow.
And so I wrote in and I said, as a mom to a son, I can't see how guys, athletes, I'm especially talking about athletes, that don't appreciate and make sure their mom is straight. She is the one, and the dad, whoever, in the family, the sacrifice. That Demetri, you'll go get this woman and you giving her the everything, but you forgetting the road and pave of, like you said, and your son didn't get the muscles by himself. I had to pay for a trainer. So
Exactly right.
those accolades, I'm saying, Demetri, but he can say what he want to say about me and you. But you right. I ain't think about that. Like, hey, I had him going to the gym. I had him working out with a personal trainer early on.
That's
So
right.
that what he got. It was because of his dad.
Yeah.
Seeing the bigger picture.
You see how big his arm is? I
Yeah.
pay for more big. I got my money real spent on it.
So that's what I'm saying. But say he made it big and he said, well, go and marry off and then say, well, I'm not getting my mom and my dad or anything.
Kind of like somebody I know, ain't calling no name. See, I ain't get, hey, that's another story too. I ain't getting
Yeah.
my mom nothing. They did nothing for me.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
know you got to end this podcast, but I'm telling you, Miss Pilar, when she the boy go to get to the NFL, you watch your change. Shit, she gonna love Deion. Talk good about him. Oh, he was the best dad in the world. Thank you. Call them boy. I'm telling you, I know a woman. Y'all, when we revisit this podcast on the bus, we coming back to part 2 next year. I'm gonna put it on my calendar because I know what happen. Soon the ball get drafted. That ball get the NFL draft
Yeah,
be
I
amazing.
gonna say because they say the young gave her what I don't know if it was a prenup or whatever, but she only was able to get $1 million, and I'm sure with her lifestyle, that's not enough money. That's
Shit,
not enough
no, because
money.
that's enough money. But when you ask her to do what you wanted to do, now you got to be limited. She
Hmm.
don't like that part, but she
Yeah,
better come back. Them boys gonna make sure she back where she belong.
yeah.
They gonna take
And she
care of the
better
mama.
get him. Well, Shiloh was with his girlfriend after the game, so she better go ahead and get all she gonna get. Cause I'm telling you, the women already done groomed their daughters to hurry up and get their claws in them. And unfortunately, you all don't have to agree. I don't care if you don't agree, but I'm telling you what society love, and they already looking and putting their claws in so they can go ahead and get them and go ahead and get pregnant. And if you don't believe it's true, just look up how the football players was having sex with women and they getting the condoms out the trash can or out whatever
Oh
and
my.
taking a syringe and injecting themselves with it just so don't y'all think it's a kid out here. Google it if you think I'm playing.
All I'm gonna say, I'm gonna leave mine alone. All the back on Deion, Miss Pilar. I hope y'all work that thing out for the kid. And the kid's grown now, but still, you're gonna have a grandkid one day.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be a family.
You have
Deion.
to.
So that man,
Yeah.
hey, Deion, they say, I know I ain't nobody to you, man, but I am somebody to me. And I know I read the Bible every day. Let it go, man. Let your heart let it go. Hey, let it go, and she probably see. Just keep being better with a man. I ain't telling you to be friends with her. I talk to her, but be cordial. Come around, do it for your kids and grandkids. That's all I'm saying, brother. I know, hey, I know you prime and you is a man, but hey, you still a family man today. You still gotta, you human like I am. So I ain't gonna put you all above everybody. You're a human just like everybody else. You're a daddy, gonna be a granddad. You is a granddaddy, matter of fact. You is a granddaddy. So that's all I'm gonna say, Angie. Hey, Pilar, y'all just work it out. I'm done with it because I don't want to get too much deep in that. Cause I gotta say something part too.
All right. This is the Lee Life Experience Podcast.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lee Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.